Hi, Pisces. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. So Pisces, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is a card that is telling us that you can be thinking about things that have connections to communities, toward structure, toward institutions like education, religion, certain career paths, but there's a sense here of following kind of society's conventions and values. Often this can suggest that maybe you're getting formal schooling, or you go to, you see the clergyman, but here this Pope-like figure is someone who has experience and is seen as a leader. And here are the two people, the two monks below, or disciples, who are listening and getting information. This could represent a professor, could be a boss, but there's a sense here of having to address traditions and structure. Whether you're in a relationship and you're thinking about taking it the next step and thinking about marriage or meeting with the church, this Hierophant is really a focus on what's happening and what's driving us down to meet society's rules. And so the things that we are expected to do, go to college, get a certain type of career. So these things you may be thinking about in May. You also have this lovely, lovely, lovely Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is a card of gentleness and of kindness, and to be compassionate toward each other, to show someone else consideration, to be able to receive goodness and kindness from someone as well. The Six of Cups, we see these young children here offering each other flowers, or the older one is offering the younger child a flower. And again, it's that kindness. There's also the sense of, this could be nostalgia. This could be maybe you're going to reconnect with someone in May that you have known, or that maybe you dated in the past, or that you worked with. But there's a sense of familiarity, and it could be a walk down memory lane. It could be visiting an old place where you lived, an old job, but there's a sense of getting some pleasure from thinking about the past. It's always important to note with the Six of Cups is it's nice to think about our memories. It's nice to reflect on what was, but to get stuck there, that limits our growth. It limits our progress. So take it for what it is. The two things I see with the Six of Cups, it's about gentleness and kindness and compassion toward each other. And it's also thinking back of the feelings like when you were young or something happened, and they're good feelings. These memories bring relief and comfort. So we have this Knight of Swords, this air energy coming in, and you can see he is moving in fast. So this can suggest that despite whatever the wind and the weather may be bringing, or whatever the forecast is that you're jumping right into a matter, and you've got that sword raised high, and you're ready to deal with whatever problems are coming your way. You're ready to make decisions. There is this sense of impulsivity with this card because it's just fast moving. It's like getting right in. I often think of this as this sword is seeking truth and clarity and honesty. And it can be related to maybe you're jumping into a situation where you have to defend yourself, your beliefs, or defend someone else. And maybe there's a sense of honor, but this is full speed ahead into some type of situation. I think the thing to say about it is to make sure, listen, this is the swords. The swords deal with our reasoning and our intelligence. Just be aware of the facts of what you're getting yourself into. This is fast moving. He's charging right in. Could be to defend someone. Could be to make some decisions quickly. So then we have the beautiful Nine of Cups card. We see this man sitting here very comfortably behind his 9 cups, and he's very content. He's very happy. He's worked hard. He's enjoying what he has. He finds happiness with what he's built, or the abundance that he has in his life. And so with the 9 of Cups, we often will tell you that it's a wish card, and that if you make a wish, or you have a dream, that dream or the wish will come true. And so the 9 of Cups is about enjoying your security and your comforts of home, that what you've built is bringing you satisfaction. Not only materially, but also spiritually. So what else I see for you in May is I see that you are going to be working on the family finances, the family security. You may be working hard to provide for your family. You may be taking care of generations, children. You may be taking care of elderly parents or so, or grandparents. And so you are mindful of the money within the family and the investments and what resources you have. So you just may be just paying closer attention to them. But there's a family element here. We see all the generations represented. We see the children, the couple, and the elderly matriarch. And below it is this five of Wands. And the 5 of Wands can suggest conflict. It can suggest healthy competition. And you may have some arguments about what's happening here in the family. This may be people not working with the same common goal and just not working well together. So it's just something to be aware of for May, is that if you're quarreling with your sibling or a cousin or an aunt or uncle about the family situation, that these are things that we can address and that we can manage. We can manage these squabbles that we have, these petty arguments. It's part of life. It's a part of what we go through. But I do feel that it's connected to the family at large. And then, interestingly enough, here we have traditions, the potential of thinking about institutions, conventions of society, marriage, education, certain jobs. Here's the Lovers. And the Lovers in a reading tells us that you're either pursuing a relationship and hoping to meet someone. You may be in a relationship. This is the opportunity for a deeply bonded and important and significant relationship, and there may be decisions that you have to make. Do we have the potential here to be married? Do we have the potential to have children, to move in together? You just may have things to talk about and to think about in May. And, the Lovers is about being vulnerable. It's about being open, and it's about having this union with someone else that is deeply satisfying and enriching. You may be having discussions about the committed nature where you're headed with this relationship. What's going on with this relationship, and are we going to get married? Are we going to be are we going to be building the family here? So with this card, you either have some discussions relating to managing the family now, family concerns, family legacies, and you have this deepening bond with the Lovers, or the potential of a relationship getting more serious. It just seems that you have decisions to be made and that you're going to have to weigh them. Then we have the beautiful Star card, and the Star card is about, as you see, again, more people without clothes. There's this real sense of vulnerability coming through. And this star, she's pouring water on earth and in the water. And this is connecting and having faith in the outcome and the future for yourself. It's really having the belief that everything's going to be okay. And it's this healing, restorative nature here that we see with the star card, of trusting that the stars guide us, and that if we trust ourselves, that we're going to be finding the right way, and that we're going to be going down the right path. This is much less of a card of action. It's much more of a mindset, and just it's kind of like the calm after the storm. It's like catching up with yourself, allowing yourself to get whole again and to feel whole, and to feel your own sense of confidence, to build up that confidence. But it really is about faith and optimism. So let me just take a look here. I think that we have everything covered. We've got pentacles, we've got cups, we've got wands, and we have swords. And we have three big majors: the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Star. So let's get a little more information for this reading. I honor how I want to feel. So understanding your emotions and how you're feeling, it's your mind's GPS, because it's our emotions really lead the way. That when we feel angry, you have to acknowledge the anger and you have to find a way to move out of it. When you're feeling great joy, it's uplifting and it's fabulous, and we hope to feel joy every day, but sometimes we don't. And so it's kind of joy, or maybe some days we just feel happy or we feel good. But honor how you feel. And if you feel great, super. And if you're feeling frustrated or angry, then find ways to cope with it and to get yourself away one step at a time into maybe a better feeling. And finally, I'm going to choose an oracle card here for love, and we'll see what else is showing up. A little more information for the lovers here. Empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another and the service of love. Simply a beautiful card. To have empathy, to be aware of your partner, to listen, to have empathy for your family members, across the board. To be empathetic is truly a gift, because you're listening and you are aware and you are walking a mile in someone else's shoes. And until you do that, you may not appreciate where they're coming from. And listening and talking and being compassionate and empathetic, the world needs more of that. And so when you are able to demonstrate these qualities, I think that you get it back tenfold. So this is what I see for you, Pisces, for the month of May. And I do hope that you found something helpful here with this reading. If you did and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, or comment. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. And I hope that I will see you again. Many blessings to you in May. Bye-bye.